3 things that you are going to learn in this video: where I purchased my own personal property, the zone that I would never let my mom buy a home in, and then the $50,000 mistake almost every relocator makes in their first 30 days here in Temple, Texas. Most agents will not tell you this stuff, but we're going to get into it today. I hope you all enjoy this video. Let's get into it. All right, so Temple has a population of 85,000 people. You're about 30 to 40 minutes from Fort Hood. You're 45 minutes from Waco, an hour from Austin. You're kind of right in the middle of everything. Temple is anchored by Baylor Scott & White, one of the largest hospitals in Texas. But here's what nobody tells you. The neighborhood math varies wildly from zone to zone in Temple, Texas. So for a finished out home, you may be looking from $142 per square foot all the way up to over $225 per square foot. You're in the same city, same zip code, but a completely different world and different price point. All right, so let's get into zone number 1. All right, zone number 1, we're gonna do the most popular one. West Temple, Belton ISD, 76502 area code. There's a lot of great neighborhoods in this area. You got the Grove, Lakewood Ranch, you got Carriage House Trails. There's plenty more. You got more new construction in this area. And the new construction, that's gonna come along with builder incentives, interest rate incentives. People are wanting, you're gonna be closer. So that's something to keep in mind. But all right, let's get back on track here. All right, this is the side where you're gonna see a little bit more competition on the buy side because you're in Belton ISD. So that is the desirable school district here. Whenever you compare Belton ISD to Temple to Academy, people wanna be in Belton. If you have kids, Belton ISD is probably going to be one of the top factors. Like what I would do specifically is I would pull this West Temple Belton ISD map. I would search out kind of the different price points for Belton ISD and then send you over neighborhoods that could be a good fit and then pick from those and then if you're really just not finding anything, then it may be time to maybe look at Academy or Temple. All right, so what neighborhoods are in Belton ISD? All right, so we're gonna start off with one of the most popular ones. This is Lake Pointe. You're starting off around $142 per square foot. These are gonna be newer homes from like 2017 plus. You have 2 kind of sections. So Lake Pointe, you have the Lake Pointe, and then you have Lake Pointe, the Terrace. Now that's where the D.R. Horton model home is. That side is actually a little bit newer than the other side. The other side, I feel like I saw more Stylecraft homes. Lake Pointe is a prime location. You're very close to West Adams, really close to a community center, and you're in Belton ISD, so you kind of get it. I mean, the location is one of the top locations in Temple. The homes are going to be a little bit more cookie cutter because they're newer builds, but there's plenty of options. I mean, you have D.R. Horton and Stylecraft, and then possibly one other builder, but they have plenty of floor plans. Stylecraft did a special floor plan series in this neighborhood, so they're a little bit different than what you normally see. Lot sizes they're okay. They're not huge, but they do the trick. The key with this neighborhood is going to be the price point and the location and the school district. You kind of have a great mixture for the main buyer in Temple, which is kind of that first time step up home buyer range. The next one, this is going to be the best neighborhood if price is one of the biggest factors in making a decision whether you buy or not. It's going to be Sage Meadows. So Sage Meadows, they're very cookie cutter. They're all very similar, same builder through the whole neighborhood. You do have a lot of 2-story homes, but you also have a lot of smaller 1-story homes, around 1,200 to 1,900 square feet on the 1-story homes, and then all the way up to 3,000 square feet on the 2-story. You can get into this neighborhood for the low 200s, like at the 200 exactly mark. Comps are showing 210,000 for kind of the basic 1,200 square foot cookie cutter property. And they're great if you want to be under a certain budget and at the same time in Belton ISD. Another really good location right off of West Adams. You got restaurants, you got the new Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, a bunch of shopping. There's a Walmart there, you got Starbucks. and then plenty of parks. You know, you're probably about 5 to 7 minutes away from all of the best parks in Temple. Oh, and quick reminder, that $50,000 mistake that I mentioned, that's coming up in Zone 4. All right, let's keep going. Now, if you're like me and you have a little premium taste, the Grove at Lakewood Ranch, one of my favorite neighborhoods in Temple. These are Omega and Kiela builds. Kiela did in this neighborhood, they have a lot of fireplaces in the backyard. So it's a good option if that's like one of your things that's like, it's a really big want for you. That it's hard to find that in Temple. You know, they have 3-car garages as well. The finishes are better than what you're gonna typically see in Temple. It's not uncommon to see quartz countertops in this neighborhood, oversized islands, high ceilings, crown molding, stuff like that. Really great neighborhood. The location is probably my favorite location of the 3 that we're mentioning here. You're close to West Adams, where you can go to Morgan's Point and then to the lake, or you can go to Baylor, Scott and White in the South Temple area. You're really kind of the same distance, like 10 to 12 minutes from both. You're probably a little bit closer to the Morgan's Point side, but very close proximity to Baylor, Scott and White. I think it's a great location for doctors, for nurses, especially if you have a double income household. It's going to be a great neighborhood. They have plenty of amenities. Let's get into the location of West Temple. So West Temple is Belton ISD. You have a lot of people kind of see them different. West Temple is a lot newer than South Temple. You kind of have the same amount of options, but the options in West Temple seem to be newer. There's more parks in West Temple, but you kind of have to go out a little bit than South Temple, where you have a few good parks like Lion Junction Park, and it's a little bit closer, but you don't have as many options and the parks aren't as good. The cost of living in West Temple, like I said, you're going to be from $242,000 in West Temple. You can get up there pretty high. I mean, you can get up to the millions. But as far as a standard, what you're going to see normally, you're going to be around $200,000 all the way up to like $550,000. It kind of just depends on what you're looking for. All right, let's keep going. South Temple, this is where I live. I love South Temple. I like it because you can get a much better home for the price in South Temple. You're close to Baylor, Scott and White, then you're close to really everything that you need. You have an H-E-B, you have a Walmart, you have a Sam's, there's a Chipotle, you got ice cream, you got Ross, Marshall's, plenty of shopping. And then you're a lot closer. The kicker with South Temple is you're so much closer to Baylor, Scott and White. If you're anything that has to be at Baylor, Scott and White within a certain amount of time, like you're on call, this is going to be a great location. Some of the top neighborhoods that I recommend in South Temple, if you're looking for something on the more luxury side, you're going to be looking at Legacy Ranch for the newer luxury. They have John Houston Homes and Arnold Design Homes. And then if you want something with like the trees that's still luxury, maybe a little bit larger but a little bit older, Deerfield Estates is right across the street from Legacy Ranch. And then one tier under that, and then to the right of Legacy Ranch, you have Terra, which is another one of my favorite neighborhoods. You have good size homes in this neighborhood, typically 1-story homes. They're newer, premium design. They're running from about $320,000 all the way up to $450,000. Whereas in Legacy Ranch and Deerfield, you're looking at $350,000 on the low end, all the way up to like $600,000, $700,000. And then my favorite neighborhood always is going to be Canyon Creek. So Canyon Creek is, let's see if we can go to it here. So here's Deerfield. You got Fawn Meadows, and then right across, this is actually a lot better now. This is Terra right here. Right next to it, Legacy Ranch. And then if you come on the same street, you're going to see Stratford. So this is where Canyon Creek is. Now listen, this is why I love Canyon Creek. If you look on this, these from Stratford all the way over to Buckskin, like this little square here all the way to Canyon Creek, is great first-time homebuyer price ranges, but you're going to be like $225 plus for something remodeled that looks good. Was it taken care of? Now, if you want to be even under that, you have smaller properties here right next to them, let's see, right here, these war names, whatever they are, San Jacinto, Alamo, Bowie, Colonel Travis. These homes, 200's like the max. That's where the subdivision, this specific subdivision, maxes out at. So I had some clients get a 2-1 for like 160, beautiful condition. These are, and then there's 3 2s for like 170 plus. These are good homes, great for a first-time home buyer who wants to build equity, get the principal pay down, stop, wasting your money on rent and start getting after it. Great location for that. Now, what's cool, so Stratford, this goes all the way through Canyon Creek. So if you look at it, Stagecoach right here, these are gonna be the nicer side of kind of the first-time home buyers and then the step-up buyers. Now, the further you go down this street, the nicer the homes get. Olympia, beautiful custom homes, large mature trees, large lots. One of my favorite streets is between Olympia and Hemlock. But you keep going down here, the houses are incredible. So once you get all the way down, these are like on right here, on the left and the right, they're $1 million houses. Great, unique opportunities. They don't come up often, but I love Canyon Creek for that reason. There's something for everybody. You're close to the hospital, you're close to shopping. On the other side of Canyon Creek, you got the theater, you got the gym, you got a bunch of restaurants. Great location in Temple. The zone that I bought my own house in is literally on the screen right now. I'm right on Casey Drive. Canyon Ridge neighborhood, one of my favorites in Temple, Texas. All right, let's keep going. All right, Canyon Ridge. Now, this is a great neighborhood for first-time homebuyers and investors and military or house hackers. If you are looking for a duplex, this neighborhood, you have the first half here is from Paseo de Plata all the way to Ridgeway is going to be single-family homes. They're nicer, they're well built. You're looking from 240 all the way up to 285, possibly 315 on the larger homes. They're all one-story homes, no 2 stories. Then, if you keep going down, you have Brutus Lane, and then everything from Brutus to Hartrick is going to be duplexes. 2012 build duplexes. They normally get listed for like $365, but you can find them for like $315. The last one to sell was like $320. I like this neighborhood because right here, there is a park. There's no HOA in this neighborhood, but you get a park. Now it goes to here, Silverstone Park, but if you just go right across the street, you can have a full running trail through this South Temple Park, do the loop, come right back. It's like 3 miles maybe. And then you can also go this direction, the other direction, and it's, trees, there's a creek running by it. Nice area. All right, let's keep going. All right, North Temple. My favorite part of North Temple is the historic district. Beautiful, unique homes. The neighborhood is just beautiful. What I don't like about this area is that you got the historic district, which they keep really nice. Everything's well maintained. The houses, the curb appeal, beautiful. But once you start getting out of that, you start getting into abandoned houses, houses that need work, rentals where it's gonna just be forever until the owner either sells it or fixes it up. And then you have a lot more people kind of walking around outside on the street, and it doesn't have as good of a vibe as the actual historic district itself. These homes are gonna be from before 1900 all the way up to like 1960. Now, a interesting little fact about the historic district, I actually door knocked all the doors there. I ended up talking to a guy, and his house looked like it was built in like the 1950s because of the design. It fit perfectly with the neighborhood. And he was like, no, we just built it like 2017. But the historic district forces you, if you're in the actual historic district, to get the plans approved by the city prior to building it. So they did it. It was a beautiful house. I mean, I love it. And it's like, super unique, not another one like it on the block. You have to get the plans for the outside of the home at least approved by the city prior to doing them if you're in the historic district. Now, the other thing with the historic district or North Temple, you're in downtown Temple. You have really unique restaurants. These are the mom and pop restaurants, coffee shops. You have some shopping there. You also have the higher end restaurants like Cheeves Brothers Steakhouse, Pinetti's. And then I love, it's like kind of like Benihana's, but Nami's. Nami's is there too. Great restaurants. And then shout out to the Thai place, one of my favorite Thai places in Temple. One last thing with North Temple, you're gonna be in Temple ISD. So keep that in mind. That is an important factor of North Temple. East Temple, where to not live. I don't think I would probably, myself personally, live in East Temple. I go over there often for investors. It is a good location for investors. You have better cash flow. You're gonna get a cheaper home. There's some newer homes. But there's a lot more people walking around. It's a lower income area. There's a higher crime rate in East Temple. So these are things that you have to keep in mind. So whenever you go to East Temple, one thing I will say that I like about it, they have a Mexican supermarket. So if you like Mexican food and you want to start like making it at your house, I would say definitely that's the place to go. I don't know the name of it, but it's the only Mexican supermarket, I think, in Temple. So how do you tell if you're in East Temple? You have the south even numbered streets. Listen, I am a Temple realtor, and I am telling you, if you are even thinking about buying in East Temple, go to East Temple and walk around south even numbered streets, walk around for 30 minutes, see how you feel, and then make a decision after that. If you want to buy something at a lower price and you're okay with that kind of feel of a lot of people being outside, more rundown houses and stuff like that, it could be a good location. I will say further East Temple, you have new construction communities, and those are good communities. You don't have to go through this community to get to Baylor, Scott & White from there. These newer communities in East Temple are the best option for residents coming to Baylor, Scott & White who are just starting out, where the income, the monthly payment is an important factor. You do have these new construction communities. You got Stylecraft, D.R. Horton. Pecan Ridge is one of the neighborhoods, and then South Pointe is the other one. And then you have Flint Rock as well in the Knob at Ridge Creek or something like that. And they're at a very good price point. So there you can get into something in East Temple, new construction, for right around that 210, 220 mark. So if you're on a budget, you want to have a good first-time home, you want it to be new construction, low maintenance, get good appreciation, get the incentives, that is my top recommendation. There's no negative impact from it. From these south odd number streets, you're further away from them, so it's impossible it would really impact you. But why is it cheaper? Because you are further away from everything. It's like only a 7-minute drive to Baylor, Scott & White, but you really got to do that 7-minute drive to get just about anywhere. So that's East Temple. Then one other thing about East Temple, like you can see where I'm at here, if you want more land, you kind of start getting into those opportunities where you can get some more land, get a larger lot, maybe get like a few acres, and you're going to be at a really good price point. So that's another thing to keep in mind with East Temple. All right, we also have a Belton one. I'm going to do a whole Belton map tour. So I know I've been talking a lot. I hope this was informative for you guys. I hope I am adding value to y'all. If this video helped you, here's how I work. I send you an actual list of homes, the ones that match what you actually want in the zone that fits your lifestyle. Not Zillow links, not 60 homes from the MLS in a bulk MLS email. You're going to get a list that was made specifically for you. You can schedule an appointment with me down below, or you can just give me a call, text, email. I hope y'all enjoy this video. Let's get it.